Okay, I've been gone a while, but luckily I'm back and I plan to keep a twice a month schedule. I've been making videos and shorts about dual type gym leaders because I can't make shorts from my iPad where I upload videos. Sorry if you hear my dog in the background. And my phone just completely messes up the resolution whenever the video gets transferred. It's a mess. And can somebody tell me how does my video where I screw up something and it doesn't even show the whole short explode overnight, but the short with a better design and does work hasn't gotten a single view except for me? That makes no sense. I'm not mad at you guys, just the algorithm. Rant aside, I've been making dual type gym leaders. I made a gym leader before my self insert into the Arahalia region, but he's the first gym leader. The rest of the gym leaders have a gimmick I like to call amalgamashing, which is basically Pokemon Fusion. I have a video explaining it, but it's cringy and old, so I'll have a better explanation video down the line. But for now, I just thought it was cool to have dual type gym leaders instead of a mono type gym leader. Because with the Pokemon typing, you can get pretty interesting with themes, but mixing the types together would lead to some crazy stuff. So, let's get into the video. I'll give a more thorough explanation later, but I'm making my gym leaders dual type gym leaders. This gym leader here is Fairy and Grass. She's very vain and wears gaudy clothing. I wanted to encapsulate the fact that she values beauty over everything else in her life. When you think of beauty, which two Pokemon types do you think of? Grass and the Fairy type. There's Florges, there's Sarina, there's a whole bunch of Pokemon. She's even older than she markets herself as, but she wears a Everstone around her neck to basically help her stop aging. It doesn't work, but she thinks it does, and in reality, she just uses makeup. Anyway, this is Jamila. Alright, this is the one I have the hardest time with. So, this guy is a Steel Electric gym leader, and his goal is to be a superhero. I took design inspiration from Phoenix Jones, who's actually a real life superhero. I don't really remember his name, but he said he was supposed to make a comeback at some point. I wanted this design to be just full on mecha superhero, until I just went with a basic Common Rider design. I took some inspiration from Paradox Pokemon for the lighting, and this is Abrafo. I think this is the laziest design I've come up with, but it gets the job done. Maybe I'll redesign it further down the line, maybe I won't. But I decided to make a Ghostbuster Pokemon on Gym Leader. I'm surprised Pokemon's never actually done this before. And hey, maybe I'm not either. This guy is a scam artist. He sends ghost types to other people's houses. He does this so people will call him for help because he's a so-called ghost type whisperer. So, this guy is basically a dark type ghost gym leader. This is Cheesy. Now we're done. Okay, fine, no. We're not actually done. If I was going to be gone for so long, I'd at least come back with some new Pokemon. After 4 months of waiting, the second final fossil Pokemon is here. As much trouble I had designing the original, this guy came along pretty easily. He also has my most favorite name in all of Pokemon King and Queen. The idea behind this line is, what if the fossil being restored was so messed up that the Pokemon revived didn't have their whole body being partially in rock? Maybe this Pokemon had a proper body, or maybe it's just a being covered in rock. We don't have a Dimetrodon Pokemon at the time of this recording, but now the Mahalia region does.
Stalagmite, the rock-type Pokemon. Stalagmite's true form has been heavily debated for years. Some say it's a snake-like Pokemon, while others believe it was more lizard-like, and the spikes have always existed, but the revival process exasperates them. Stalagmite plant themselves in caves, disguising themselves within the other rocks, and it eats anything that gets close enough to its face.
Here it is, the Pokemon that took 2 weeks to draw. I wanted to make a Spinosaurus Pokemon that was a counterpart to Slashery. Well, Slashery was an anime swordsman, said a Spike would be an anime fighter. And after months of trying to figure out how to make that work, I decided to throw that out the window. I did some research on Spinosaurus. Turns out people heavily debate on them, and because of their variety of bones that have been just found lying everywhere. I'm also currently taking Earth Science, so we're learning about fossils. So eventually, I decided to go with a zombie theme. Because when you're bringing a Pokemon back from the dead, technically all fossil Pokemon are zombies. What if a fossil revival was done so wrong, and the Pokemon and everything just bent to the nature around itself? Was this even something Stalagmite could even evolve into in the past? Or was this an unintentional man-made Pokemon? Huh. Maybe I should have saved this for Halloween. I struggled for weeks on this design, and eventually I realized that I couldn't just keep jumping from concept to concept. I just sat down and thought of the idea I wanted, the design could just come together. So, take the concept process of your designing stage incredibly serious.
Spike, the awoken Pokemon. Stalagmites that grow restlessly while waiting in one place will slowly channel the energy around them and evolve into Spike. Spike uses the electric claws on its arm to paralyze its prey. Some believe this restless behavior is a result of it being brought back rather than actual character traits it had when roaming in the prehistoric world.
Okay, I finally got this video out, and now I'm gonna go back and see if it's not uploading for several weeks again. Goodbye. Just kidding.